Hey everybody, it's your girl Pajama with our review of The Bear and Ironheart. Let's go.
People go to restaurants to be taken care of, to relax, to not have to think about anything else for a minute.
Showtime!
The clock is telling you how much money we have left. When that shows zero, this restaurant needs to cease operations.
Okay, buongiorno tutti!
I get it, chaos and turmoil, but it's a problem when you're letting it fuel you and fuel the food.
We need to not miss
The
it.
offerings were
substantially different on each visit.
Consistency seems to be the weak link here.
Just breathe.
It's hard and it's brutal, and that's what makes it special.
I'm fired up, ready to go.
No, I'm saying.
There's one really true thing about restaurants. You are never alone.
All right, it's Pajama. It's just me this week, and I'm in the Big Apple. I am in New York and celebrating, and I'm going to Broadway to catch some shows. But before I went, I wanted to talk about The Bear and Ironheart. So the guys can't be with me today, but we'll just get through on our own. So what did I think of The Bear? Well, of course, this is a wonderful show. The characters are continuing on. I thought it might be a little slow in parts, but I thought the episode that focused on the Sydney and her cousin, which is Danielle Deadweiler, you remember her from Parallel and a few other movies. She's great. And so that was a really interesting episode. And I think it's also a great episode to talk about transitions in your career, whether you're a chef or whether you're just a regular employee who's contemplating a big change and transformation in their life. I thought this was some of the best writing. If your head is in that space, I think for the restaurant, I think there's some really interesting things going on, but I also don't know if this is the final season or not. It read very much like the cap to the series, but maybe they'll do like Ted Lasso and continue on, possibly without some of the main characters. So I think there's a show in there for just the beef, those guys. But it's also just a wonderful series with some wonderful lessons. This season is lighter in tone. And so I think that's really wonderful for the series to not be so much of a downer, but to also have these moments of joy and positivity. So I think The Bear is definitely some of the best writing of any series, best stories, and I think that the acting is absolutely incredible. So definitely check out season 4 of The Bear. All right, so she's here, Riri Williams in Ironheart. Let's take a look.
Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable, something
Important?
iconic.
Anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done. What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew.
I could chew a lot.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius. So you in or out?
Oh my goodness, this show. Okay, so let me start off with the positives. Well, let me start off with one complaint. Disney did not promote this the way it should, and it shows. I think that this is one of the series that's well written, but they just didn't promote it the way that they should have. And that's a shame, because I think this is something that you could watch. And it's something that I'm really anticipating the last episodes, because I want to see where this is going. Right now I'm a little concerned because it's not a traditional superhero story. And let me tell you something, man. The MCU, I mean, it's just a bunch of orphans walking around. Like, what? Can no child have like a good two-parent family? No, you cannot. So I think that the story is a departure, and you can tell the Ryan Coogler signature all over this, because it is dark and moody, and there's an element of supernatural, maybe the devil, I'm not sure. But it's definitely something evil. So right off the heels of Sinners, he kind of maybe was in this headspace. But I'm not sure if the character, for me, since I really love superheroes who are good, and they can have some conflict, but I'm not sure if she is a traditional type of superhero, but maybe that's good. For young people, especially young women, I want to see them with heroes that they can look up to, and maybe people just don't want the squeaky clean kind of hero to look up to, but I do. So that's my only real complaint about the show, is I want somebody who is always on the right side of right. But this one is a little more shaded of gray, and which probably makes it a little more interesting. So I am looking forward to seeing where it's going. But they better not make her, a villain. I don't like that. So definitely, though, I think the writing is great. The visuals are really great. It's a little more gritty, kind of think of the Netflix kind of shows like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. I think it's in that kind of frame for the show. So I think it's definitely something to check out. Don't look at the reviews, because people are just going in and trashing it without having to see it, because they don't want this type of character in Marvel's universe. But I think there's a place for this female, strong, black woman superhero to finally have a spot in the MCU. So definitely check out Ironheart on Disney Plus. Okay, how'd you like me? If you did just like me, put it in the comments below, and also share your thoughts about The Bear and Ironheart. Next week, oh my gosh, this is the finale season of Squid Games. If you follow me, you know I love me some Squid Games. So I am sad, but I know it's going to go out with a bang. And also the finale of Ironheart. So we have two finales next week. Hopefully the fellows will be back. I'll be back at the home base, and we will see you then. See you next time. Take care.